This is BB, and I just took a shower, and I was changing, and then I stepped back in the bathroom to put some deodorant on. And as soon as I stepped in the bathroom, right above me there's a vent. Something I inhaled that, oh my God, my chest, the walls of my chest started hurting. Like it was painful, like something started pushing against it. Watch out for your vents at home. If you're feeling you're getting weaker as the days go by, chances are somebody crawls in there and is spraying stuff in your crawl space. What they do is they get these canisters. They get these canisters and they push it. They have them on these timers. Now I don't know if they're having a small lab somewhere where they're producing them, or they're somehow managing to force this air in there, or what's happening. Maybe these fumigation companies, they're stealing them from these fumigation companies and they're leaving them on timers in your house, in your crawl spaces. When it's cold, you have the heat on. When it's warm, you have the air on. It's like they got you covered in any fucking weather. These people don't play nice. They don't play nice. They're out to kill us. They want to kill us. This to happen to me for so long, there's one word, it's called death. Death is on their mind. I have begged and begged and begged, please, for my website to work. Now, obviously, somebody is getting paid somewhere. Whether it's the proceeds of the stamps they stole, because it's millions of dollars, I'm sure they're worth. I'm sure they're worth millions of dollars. Why else would they convene here? I've lost these things, I can't find them. Obviously, there's got to be some connection. No matter how you just twist it and turn it, they've hidden the money. They're doing this Bitcoin thing. You know the Bitcoin, I don't know what the Bitcoin is, but they're doing these Bitcoin things. They're stealing money. And they're hiding it in foreign countries under other people's names, probably killing the people and hiding the people, hiding it under other different people's names. People who they're either paying. It's like almost like money laundering. You might find somebody out there with even less than squeaky clean email credentials, and they're pay them $1 million to hide 10 million, or pay them $1 million to hide 50 million. Depends on how much, because they're stealing money from everywhere. Now they're out of control. They're not going to spend all this money in a lifetime. What the hell are they going to do with it? Control the world's economy from a basement? People to change pedophile laws and rape laws? Have a bunch of criminals who are not reformed and rehabilitated out there doing more of the same? These people have no scruples, and they're just enabling ugly people to be more ugly in the world, putting a lot of people like you and me, our lives in danger. They don't care. Just ugly-minded people who have no scruples. They just want a little change, and it's to torture people. They themselves torture people. They torture. Be careful of the crawl spaces. If you're feeling dizzy, lightheaded, you know something is wrong, you're getting a pain back here, you're feeling check your crawl spaces. And check your crawl spaces. If you have a house, the entrance to the crawl space, put a camera in there. With an SD card that is running continuously. You will know if something is wrong, so the camera probably won't work. It'll be going off all the time and you're losing the footage that has been recorded there from the last time you were there, checking it. Then you will know that something is wrong. Get something that has good reviews and a lot of reviews, and you know it's actually adequate. You're not going to find a perfect product, but you're going to find something that's at least adequate. Check the reviews and see if it's at least adequate. Opening of the crawl space, and if you find that it's suddenly going off, you're losing the footage, it's just not working, it's just losing battery quickly, whatever is happening, or it's getting hot, or you'll know what something is wrong, that it's being tampered with, that somebody is going into the crawl space. These people don't play nice, like I said, and we have to be more vigilant. Like, it's like, the part that I can't stand with them is that life as it is has many problems. Like, even Christ said it, didn't he? He said, don't worry about tomorrow. Life has enough problems of its own today. That your Father in heaven, who gives you everything, is going to take care of it. You're not here without help and without the grandest set of tools, which is you and His Holy Spirit. We're here for a reason. We've got the most magnificent, impeccable set of tools in the world. This. Who are doing better than you and me, because they put their effort in it. They have to work doubly hard, but they do it because they're not going to let that handicap or that infirmity hold them back. What did the excuse that these people have? I don't know. They just like to sit down and fuck with people. That's their ambition. I gotta read it out. I cannot stand. I cannot stand them. I can't stand them. Get the cameras and put them in the crawl space. Put them over there. This thing was hurting me. It just, my nose is hurting. It's like all night I'm smelling that chlorine gas. And I'm hearing the Guyanese male. I don't know who he is. If he's a relative or a family member, I don't know who he is. Or it's just another gang stalker from my country that they hired to do this. To fool me into thinking it's one of my family members. Or one of my relatives. Believe is what's happening. It's just one Guyanese gang stalker or a family of gang stalkers that they hired to do that. Because I don't think if there was a relative that they would show their face to me unless they really planned on killing me. I don't know. You remember I talked about the guy Kanapka, who started this whole thing, telling me about this FBI agent named Justin, another one named Eric. One of the things he had showed me, what he said to me was that he doesn't have any friends. That was the cop back then. He didn't have any friends, and I was a person who showed him kindness. And he thought he was gonna die, because I really thought he was gonna die. Now, if they were gang stalking him prior to him coming to me, I could understand why, because he was losing it. They really had him believing he was gonna die. He incidentally had the same thing at the back of his neck. That bump at the back of his neck. There's quite a few people that I've come into contact with that bump in the back of their necks. I've got several. I've got one right now that has almost like a piece of wire in there. I could feel it. It has like something that's curved, like a U, with one end just a little bit, out of shape, out of the U. But he was talking about somebody named Eric, who was, I don't know, do you know somebody on YouTube that has, he sells himself as a behavioral analyst, and he retired from the FBI, and he's some kind of love doctor or I don't know. He was also helping this guy to put money, put his pension in my name, because he was going to leave that for me, because he was already dismantling his assets. It was $168,000. But he also showed me a snapshot where my name, and I didn't pay much attention, the name that I saw, Bibi Fazila Khan, that's my maiden name. I don't know how, I didn't register at the time, but that's my maiden name. So I'm not sure how this plays into it. There's more to this story with that same guy, regarding right here where I live. This is how I know it's still connected, and I don't know what they want. They stole from me. Take the motherfucker and go. But they want me to tell them how to spend it? What do they want? Because I don't know. I don't know who this Eric is. What I believe, the same thing that happened to me, what he did to me, somebody either did it to him or that was just a con and a ruse. I think they got to him because they made him believe that they were FBI agents, they were this, they were that, they were this, and it's just a bunch of gang stalkers, a bunch of con artists to get money. They were just a bunch of con artists, that's it. A bunch of scammers. I'll make a video and tell you the whole story. At this point, I don't think I have anything left to lose. I really don't, and I'm tired of it. But anyway, check your crawl spaces, and if you're smelling stuff, just make sure that you leave a camera. And if it's working fine and it's okay, if it's not and if it's turning off a lot and you're losing the footage, believe that, trust me, somebody is tampering with it. Somebody is tampering with it. Because if you're finding you go in certain areas of your house and you're lightheaded, like your kitchen, your den, your bedroom, your bathroom, wherever, and you can smell a gassy, you know you're smelling something that shouldn't be there, but it has no odor, then something is wrong. Don't take any chances. I actually talked to my landlord yesterday, so they're going to probably check the basement out some point next week. Hopefully that they find something to at least scare these motherfuckers off to leave me alone. I don't know. Excuse my language.